I am a dub enjoyer. You heard it here first. I enjoy watching dubs. And in this video, I'm going to be talking about why you are wrong about anime dubs. That's not going to be the only thing I talk about this video. Attack on Titan just dropped its dub this week. And considering one of the most commented things on my Attack on Titan video from last year was, why did you watch a dub? Why did you watch a dub? Or, you watch a dub, it doesn't really count, watch it in sub. I felt really qualified to kind of talk about the topic. But there are many layers to this. And one of the huge reasons why I'm doing a video has been because of what's happening on Twitter. So this video is just going to unpack it all. But I want to start with my journey with Attack on Titan and dubs. If you are new to the channel, hi, I'm Charles. And at the end of 2022, I dropped this video. It's called Why I Wish I Never Saw Attack on Titan. And this video is all about why it is the best thing I've probably seen ever, and how it set the bar so high on anime that when I watched it, I didn't know where to go next because it was so damn good. It's now been 13 months since that video's dropped, and I've watched tons of anime since. I'm gonna just show them all right now. And here on the channel, I've also covered a ton and plan to cover way more. And considering it was asked so many times, I'll answer it here. Yes, I have seen the sub. It's very, very good. I love it. And since watching Attack on Titan in dub, I've watched many shows more in dub and some shows in sub. I'll get to more of that a bit later, but how was the Attack on Titan finale's dub? Did they drop the ball or was it great? I'm just gonna say it. It was perfect. Mike McFarlane, who is the voice of Jean, but he was also the ADR director for the Attack on Titan series. Jean, even though he had a small part in this episode, is a standout as always. There are so many emotional moments with him and Reiner and just him and Connie. It goes on and on.
So this is how we go out. Guess so. We'll entrust the rest to our comrades. Just like all the scouts who came before us did.
And with Levi, with Matt Mercer, his role is substantially less in the finale, but he still kills it. Like, Matt Mercer is one of the biggest voice actors in the business, but in my heart, he's always going to be Levi, and hearing his voice one last time, come on, it pulls on the heartstrings. Now we have to get to the main trio. Starting with Armin, Jesse James Greeley kills it. Armin in the sub was perfect, but hearing her take on Armin was just brutal. The scene to showcase this most is the one with Armin beating himself up over being trapped. Throughout the show, since the very start, Armin has always been so harsh on himself and has contained so much self-hatred. And Jesse James here just captures the emotion so damn well.
Get up, you waste of space! Human garbage! Worthless piece of shit! I hate you. I hate you.
When you say dub sucks and then you cut to this, it's just, for me, it's kind of hard. Like, I don't know how you say that sucks. The voice actress for Mikasa was also very good. Trina Nishimura she owns Mikasa. She does such a great job with, again, it's really a spread out role for the finale. Her interplay with Annie and Eren and just an Arm and everybody, she nails it. And even though he only has 2 scenes, Bryce Papenbrook continues to showcase why he's the GOAT. And I think hearing Eren's voice in English really showcases quite a few things. For me, the big one is the cabin Eren and the Eren when he's with Arm, and they're just completely different characters. When you've gone online, you see Chad Eren versus Virgin Eren, and you got the cabin where he's all like just comfortable with Mikasa. It's 4 years, it's great, and his voice is so welcoming. It's got that sense of raspiness to it.
We'll find somewhere quiet. Just you and me. That's what you said, Mikasa.
And just the vocal direction here makes him seem so gentle and soft and caring. Something that for the last 12 months, a couple of years of Attack on Titan, he's not been that. It's been this, I'm angry and angsty. And then you cut to later where he's with Armin and he's just broken, and it is amazing. I genuinely love Bryce's performance here.
Why did it turn out this way? I finally know. Because I'm an idiot. I'm nothing more than a garden variety idiot who got his hands on power.
And I think having this in English, just for me at least, helps me compare it to Lelouch. If you haven't seen Code Geass, skip at this timestamp. I'm just going to be talking about the events of that show and just kind of doing a direct comparison here just because of the voice performance. So, the comparison. Everyone says that, Eren is just a worse Lelouch or Eren is a better Lelouch. And even though the structure of their stories and a lot of the events, like the events of both finales are very similar. Something in which that I almost want to do a direct video essay on. If that interests you, comment down below because it's a conversation that is so much to talk about. But I just want to say, with their performances, with Johnny Young Bosch's performance as Lelouch, it is confident, it is very verbose, it's loud, and it goes with Lelouch's plan, which is all preconceived. With how everything's going on, with he plays the entire show like a game of chess. Eren isn't that character. He is manic and emotional, and when I'm able to hear it in English and hear the two, and where their plans are finally coming into fruition with Eren, it's him like falling apart. It's like, oh, this is what's happened. And he's almost like spilling his guts to Armin.
Eren, we don't have to give up. We can find another way.
We can't. I'm sure all the people I crushed wanted to live too.
When Lelouch, when he's going to Suzaku, he's coming like, hey man, this is what we're doing, this is how, and he's always so confident in what he's saying.
As planned, the hatred of the whole world is now focused directly upon me. And now the only thing that remains is to get rid of me and finally break the cycle of hatred. The legend of Zero isn't dead. It lives within the hearts of the Black Knights. Schneisel will serve Zero also.
Even if it is horrible and he realizes he has to become the symbol of fascism and everything, Eren does the same thing. And we can talk about the story implications another time. I love that I'm able to compare these two performances of a character that gets to the exact same similar point where they're both doing the similar thing and they're just completely different. Everyone else in this episode, there are tons of people tweeting about their little involvement in either this episode or on the show as a whole. Eren does great. The overall direction on the voice actors, which from my knowledge would be Mike McFarlane's job, could not be done better. And this leads perfectly into showcasing why I think you're wrong about dubs. So me entering the space as a new person at the midpoint of 2022, it's always, Charles, do not watch the dub. Don't watch the dub. And it was always this negativity that comes with dubs. Then I get into the space and I'm watching a few things in dub. And then you get comments, you didn't actually watch the show. You didn't watch this properly. You gotta rewatch it in sub. And I imagine like how a voice actor would feel for dub. You go like, that must feel just shit. That, hey, I've just spent all this work doing my best, and everyone says my performance doesn't count. There's even times when there's, they change lines a certain way and people go, oh, you ruined it. And I want to showcase this TikTok of a voice actor in the industry, and he explains why. I'm just gonna show little parts, but he shows why lines are changed.
Sorcerers like us are the exception.
Watch his flaps. Watch the way his mouth moves. You'll see about 7 or 8 lip flaps, right? That's 7 or 8 syllables that when we get the material from Japan, we have to match. Otherwise, right, you'll see Toto, like maybe we finish talking in English and Toto's voice, you see his mouth move 3 times. And it's like, what just happened? Is there a delay? Is there a lag? Is there a glitch? Why didn't they, it looks weird. It takes you out of it, right? So our job is to make sure we can fill in those gaps with vowels, with syllables. So oftentimes we have to rewrite and make sure we capture the original languages, what it was trying to say, but like adapt it to English so that we can fit the flaps, still get the general meaning across, etc., etc.
When I saw this video on TikTok, I just went, oh my god. Thanks, that's all I need. Now, granted, people who hate anime dubs and who will comment this doesn't change anything, I don't think I was ever gonna change your mind. And I don't think I really was trying to either, because I don't think one random Australian is gonna make you have an epiphany going, oh my god, this guy's cracked the code. He's figured it out. It's because of syllables. No, you like subs and that's great. I love subs. And at the moment, most of the shows that I'm watching are in sub. But with things like Full Metal Alchemist and Death Note and, Cyberpunk Edge Runners, I watch those in dub. I did. I watched Evangelion in dub and I don't regret it. I really like the dub, but I'm also gonna rewatch it in sub. I get 2 versions, it's cool. But the most important thing that I'm gonna try get across, and this is why I've wanted to make this video for about 12 months, and then Attack on Titan's dub came out, the finale, and it's like, this is the perfect time just to spill my guts. Dubs help people get into the space. I wouldn't have tried Attack on Titan if there wasn't a dub, and that's dumb. I just wouldn't have tried it. I just would go, yeah, maybe later. And since Attack on Titan has now become my main hyperfixation besides Batman and Spider-Man, I have been on a mission to convince every single person within arm's reach of me to watch the show. A lot of them wouldn't try it without there being a dub. And to anime purists, to people who grew up during the big 3, I get it and it must piss you off. And I'm sorry, this is just a factor. A lot of people are gonna just not try it because anime is ill. And for people who watched my video from the end of 2022, there's a section right near the end. It's 4 segments in it, and I say the reasons why I was hesitant to get into anime, and then what was kind of the things I'm worried about going forward. And if you're gonna give me recommendations, these are the positions that I was worried upon. And by the time I was editing the video, I'd already evolved and changed my mind on a lot of it, but I wanted to showcase what my thought process was the second I finished Attack on Titan. What was I thinking? So I wrote it all down, and then I kept it in the video, but just polished it. It was things like fan service, filler, the way expositions gets done, and I think they were the main three. And my stance has changed completely on a lot of it. Not the fan service thing, that hasn't changed. That's still disgusting. Like, I love Code Geass, but for Christ's sake, what the fuck? And it's what a lot of my YouTube mutuals have been trying to say about comic books, and it applies to anime as well. If you like something, which for me right now, it's anime. If you like it, you're willing to put in the effort to consume it, right? So, if you're watching something like Naruto, or you're wanting to watch something that may contain filler, and you enjoy it, then you're willing to kind of meet it on its own terms. If something like the length of One Piece is too long, there are things like One Piece. There are things that you can do to address that, or just don't go near that show for now. Maybe down the line, you've put a few animes under your belt, then that's maybe something to come to. Whatever it be, dubs is a great first step for so many people. And I think it's a really toxic thing to be able to go, dubs, fucking dog shit, don't try it. Because I know for me, it would just kill any conversation that I was having. And the fourth big thing I want to talk about for this video, and is kind of the reason why I'm actually making this video, is what SAG did, and then a tweet that I saw. So, if you missed it, SAG has now allowed it for video games to use AI, which is a huge backstab to all voice actors just in general. We had everyone turning up to say their thoughts on it. We had Josh Keaton, we had Steve Blum. Everyone was saying, this is a dumb move. AI has no business in voice acting and should be nowhere near it. And so while everyone was on the ropes and just fucking miserable that this is the future that we're going towards, right? There was a spark of a little bit of hope. Not necessarily for the future, but to come together as a community and go, forget about subs, what are some of the best anime dub moments? And if you go to that tweet, as I'm showing right now, it is a ton of support to just different animes and moments and scenes, and it's just awesome. It's really awesome. And after seeing this, I just went, I have to do a video on dubs. This is just so cool to see so many people come together and go, this scene from that show, this scene from this show, oh, this is all good. And seeing voice actors coming in going, oh, thank you so much, it really means a lot. And so I'm gonna now show a couple of my favorite dub moments, just in this short span of shows that I've seen in dub. These are my favorites.
You put the dick in predictable and went for my head like a dipshit!
Say that of our slain comrades? What about their lives? Were they meaningless? They were not!
And down below, I want to hear some of your favorite dub performances. Or dub scenes, whatever it be, I want to hear it down below. Other than that, I do have to thank my patrons. In the Great Mate tier, we have Colin, CJ, and Nick. And in the Good Mate tier, we have Jadu Sable. If seeing your name here in the credits, or having me say it, does interest you, among with other great perks, make sure to go to the description down below and you get to see all that stuff. Other than that, I hope you have a great day. Make sure to subscribe, like, share this video around. I know people are going to be pissed when seeing this video. And yeah, see you next time.